and share my screen. All right, can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
All right, so
Yeah.
this will be short and quick. It will be recorded, so I will post it just for us to look at, to go back and review what we talked about. But what I want to talk about today is the Heikin Ashi candlesticks and how I use them. I've been using the Heikin Ashi for about 4 months now. I didn't want to tell anyone yet because I wanted to back test it. I wanted to see how it worked for me before I tell anyone else. There's different other candlesticks out there. There's a lot. Let me go to there's different candlesticks.
Oh, I have a
Why?
question.
Hmm?
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you use like any type of scanners?
Any what?
Like that scanners that give you that call out like options like calls or quotes, some type
I,
of scanners.
yes, but I really don't follow them sometimes because they can be, number one, an hour or two late. I would still look at,
Oh,
what I'm saying, I would still look at the scanners and see what's going on, but I was still, once I look at let's say if I do look at the scanner and the scanner alert me on a play, I would definitely go into the play and see exactly where I can position myself on going in, if it's a put or a call. You see what I mean? But
oh, okay.
if it's a
Yeah.
scanner and say, hey, buy this or do this, you might be late. Just like what happened
Yeah.
today, unfortunately, with you guys. And I told you guys to buy Neo, but then when you guys bought Neo, it went down just a tad bit before closing. You guys were like in a negative versus you guys should have been in a positive with me. So the alerts are
Okay.
okay, and I can show you some. There are some websites that do have that, or even some apps. They do charge a monthly fee, some $30, $29, but really it's not worth it. Once
Okay. Yeah, I know some too.
I would definitely show it to you, but to me it's not worth the reason being because, like I said before, you find your best 5 stocks or even more, all you got to do is play them. Once you play them, you can make money off of them without losing any money. Because like Spies, before this debacle, Spy was my moneymaker because I knew exactly how Spy moves. Spy and QQQ. So I knew exactly
Mhm.
how they move on a weekly basis. Number one, Spy has 3 expiration dates. So I know for a fact within 2 days, if I chart it right, if I do a swing trade in those 2 days, I can make money, either a call or a put from Spy easily, before all this
Okay.
happened. But I'll
Okay.
definitely advise you of some of those if you want.
Okay. No problem.
All right. So let's go back to the Hakinashi candlestick. So like I said, there's many different ones, and the main one that a lot of people use right now, of course, is the Japanese candlesticks, because of course the Japanese candlesticks, it does follow price action, and so forth. That's the number one thing. But with the Heikin Ashi, what I love about the Heikin Ashi is it's clean. It's very, very clean, very clean. And I'll explain why right now. Let me bring up my Word document here. Everybody can see this? Okay, so what is the Heikin Ashi candlestick? Basically, the Heikin Ashi candlesticks are a special type of Japanese candlestick that are calculated from a combination of current and previous session price data. Instead of using the current bar, open, high, low, and close to build the bar, Heikin Ashi candlesticks are formed by combining the midpoint of the previous bar with the open, high, low, and close of the current bar. All right, so this means basically a green bar means that the average closing price of the previous 6 bars is in the higher 50% 50 percentile range, indicating a bullish uptrend or bullish bias. And the opposite is true for the red bars. Okay, and the Heikin Ashi chart most notably notably, the ability to smooth out volatility of a stock and other financial instruments, allowing traders to build more complex trading strategies. So in other words, the Heikin Ashi, it filters out the noise. In a regular stock, you would see, of course, every minute up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, a little halt, a little sideways action going on, then up, down, up, down, up, down. So what the Heikin Ashi does, it eliminates the noise to make it smooth for you, because it combines the previous ones and it calculates that. The algorithm calculates everything so it can have a smoother impact on the trade. So basically the Heikin Ashi, it's a trend candlestick, which I personally use. It's a trend, so it'll let you know exactly where that particular stock, where it's heading, if whatever time frame that you're looking at. So let me explain what I'm talking about here. So let me look at another one. All right, so let's look at QQQ. So regular candlestick, this is what you'll see. Let's go to a 4-hour time frame. So this is what you'll see on a regular candlestick. Okay, see all this price movement going on, up and down, up and down. And even from right here, you're like, okay, I'm going to make some money. And then all of a sudden, an hour or two later, it goes down. You're thinking that it's going to be on an uptrend. Even if you do set up your, your levels, your support and resistance, it does help, of course, with any candlestick. Your support and resistance does help. But if you're doing, let's say, like a day trade and so forth, this will be obsolete, because you're like, okay, where and when should I enter a trade? Okay, well, with the Heikin Ashi, it smooths out everything. If you see all of this here, it smooths out for you. You see the difference? From the regular candle, all this jittery going on, all right, the small stuff going on, the long calls, short calls, and so forth, then the sideways going on here. But with the Heikin Ashi, it smooths out, it eliminates all of this for you, because it calculates everything for you and gives you the type of trend that's going on. So that's the wonderful thing about the Heikin Ashi. Another thing that I love about the Heikin Ashi is it helps dictate, of course, it helps dictate which direction is going, but it can definitely tell you the reversal. Also, if you can see, who has the Heikin Ashi up right now?
Okay. That's all I've been using. I mean, I guess that's what I started off using.
Really? So
yes.
Have you seen this in your, okay, you see the green bar? Now you see the outside line, it's red. Let me go a little closer. Okay, you see this green bar? You see the outside is a little red?
Do you have mine is all the same color, but again, I'm on Thinkorswim.
Thinkorswim, okay.
Yeah.
I don't use I don't do anything else but TradingView, but that's okay. But what that can help too, because of course, one candlestick of the Heikin Ashi is 6 prior candlesticks. It gives you all that information in one. So right now, with it is a green bar, but what it dictates, it helps out that red bar showing you that it's going on a downtrend, as you can see. Now, when you go to a red bar and it's ready to go on an uptrend, it will light up, the outside will light up green, if you can see it. I don't know if you can see it, but this is green. The outside bar, the outside line of the candlestick are green. Let me give you another one here. This is perfect right here. You see it's green?
Yes.
See the outside? So that's an indication if it's going on an uptrend. You wouldn't go in a trade right here This is the previous one here, and it is green. This one is green. This one is green, but all these are solid red. Okay, I wouldn't take this yet until I get a confirmation from a solid green. All right, but it is giving you a sign saying that it is forming an uptrend from the previous 6 candlesticks, the previous regular Japanese candlesticks. It won't show it here. Yeah, it won't show it here. But all this here, it would show you that it would be on a downtrend. So now this will tell you that's on a downtrend, of course, with the regular candlestick. But if you do go with the Heikin Ashi, that you see that red, the color red around the bar, that is an indication. That's helping you, telling you, hey, the past 6 bars were green or were red, and it's about to be red. So you set yourself up for a put position if you want to. So this is one of the things that I definitely love about the Heikin Ashi. It will tell you, it will indicate to you what direction, a trend direction. That's all it is. The Heikin Ashi is a trend direction type candlestick, type patterns. Okay. Got it. So we'll probably have to get you on TradingView and set that up on TradingView too, to tell you, to inform you. Yes, TD American and all of them, I love those, but I don't know, for some reason with TradingView, some of the indicators that I've found are very, very, very helpful. And before I even tell anyone about them, I definitely do my back testing on trading at least 2 to 3 weeks, trade with those indicators to see how they are. You know, I always definitely use my support and resistance as key, as number 1, support and resistance. I always use that first, but this definitely help if you're on the go. You know, if you're on a phone or something like that, you can't really do anything. And let's say you do get a notification from me or anyone else, you definitely want to go ahead and get on TradingView, type in the ticker and see what particular direction that we're talking about here. All right, so that's very, very helpful. This is one of the things I definitely love about the Heikin Ashi. All right, so it does smooth out the noise. It smooths out all those jitters, everything. So that's number 1. Okay, now for me personally, I do use the Heikin Ashi for trend, but I also try to find trend reversals within the Heikin Ashi, and it's much easier for you to locate those trends. And the two common that I've been seeing with the Heikin Ashi are, number 1, the doji and the spinning top. Okay, with the doji candles, there's about 4 that I look at to see within a particular chart that I look at to see where the trend is heading. Okay, first one, there's the standard doji. Depending on where it is, let me show you here. Depending on where the doji is, it would dictate the trend reversal. Okay, so this is one of them here. There's one here and there's one here. So this right here, as you can see here, this is one of the standard dojis. So depending on where it is, it would tell you, indicate the reversal automatically. This is one of the things that I do love about the Heikin Ashi. It will give you all that you need. Okay, so this indication right here that it's on a downtrend, that doji, and of course it went down on a downtrend. Here also, this is a positive doji. Let me bring it up here. And the doji is a small wick with 2 small, small candle with 2 small wicks. It has to be equal. Can't be like this, or can't be like this. It has to be equal. This is an indication of a trend reversal. That's the standard one. Then we have the long-legged doji. That's another trend reversal. And it all depends, of course, where it is positioned. So even if it's a position at the bottom, it may be a sign for uptrend. Like right here, this was a sign for an uptrend, but what happened was buyers came in and then all of a sudden sellers just overlapped everything and it continued down. And this is for QQQ. So let's go for a downward doji.
So when you're looking at this and I guess where I get confused is the different time frames. Are you looking for example, that doji to be on the 1 minute, the 3 minute, the 5 minute if you're day trading, or the 4 hour, or the
commonly, for me personally, I look at the day. I look at the day to see the overall, to see the big picture. You have to see the big picture first before you contract everything and go into a trade. So I have to look at the big picture. So let's say tomorrow, first thing tomorrow, I want to see what direction, and where is everything? I want to see the big picture, where it's going. First of all, with the EMA, it's under all three, my personal EMAs. It's under the 8, the 21, and the 50. It's not under the 200, so it does have life still. You can still play right here. I will say you can still play a day or two. You can still play a put if you wish, or if you want to wait for a reversal. This is a perfect example of the doji reversals here on a day. You see that little doji here? It was on an uptrend. Then that sign came in as far as the reversal. Then there was another sign. Then it was a complete sign here saying that it was going on a downtrend. And then this set it off right here. This particular doji right here set it off, telling me that it will be on a downtrend. Now, these are the previous days, of course. Then,
so being that I'm sorry, that doji that you just said, the one that set it off, it's green. So if I saw that green doji, would that be a sign of a reversal to the upside because it's green?
Not as of yet.
Okay.
Not as of yet. Personally, for us, for me, I always wait for the next candle to see what's going on. Because again, there can be fake outs. There can be buyers that want to come in right now, all of a sudden sellers just overtake everything. Okay, for instance, like the last 5 minutes today of NEO, it was going up, and all of a sudden what happened? Sellers came in and just sold off, just like that. So I definitely have to wait until the next candlestick to see what position that I'm going to play. So again, this would be my overall look. So I know for a fact that QQQ is definitely on a downtrend. My confirmation, I always go to the 4 hour first or second, always go to the second 4 hour, and I see for a fact, okay, it is on a downtrend. Then just to take another peek, I would look at the hour and see what's going on. And the hour telling me that it is on a downtrend still, regardless of this little upsell.
Curve up. Yeah.
It's going sideways, but yeah, it's a little tiny upsell, but yet the main focus is that downtrend. So I would play QQQ first thing in the morning at 9:30. I would play a put for the next, I would say, next hour or two. Play a put, like remember, like you did the other day, last week. You played it for like 2-3 hours, I believe, made some money and just got it, and you know, just profit off of that, just like that. Okay, so that's what I personally mean. There's other people that do it differently, but for me, I have to see the bigger picture that day. I have to see what's going on. So this is why I definitely have my symbols here, my ticker that I trade all the time. I don't really stray away unless, you know, there's some big news going on with like Merck or something else. There's some big news coming on that I know for a couple of days that I may make some money on another stock, but these are my stock that I follow all the time. You know, NEO, AMD, Lucid, Zoom, Nike, Walmart, Waste Management, eBay, Home Depot, Lowe's, PLTR. And then I have, you know, my SPYs and so forth, my Bank of Americas, my AT&Ts. So I look at that, I click on one to see what direction that is going for that particular day. Let's say, let's go to T now. T, I didn't even want to play T today, even with the Heikin. Oh, let's go to the Heikin. Yeah, even with the Heikin Ashi, T was really funky today.
So go back to how you look at it, like you go back to the day. So you're going to go to the day chart first, and you go to the 4 hour.
Yeah, I go to the day chart. I look at the day chart. Again, this was funky. I didn't want to play this because there was a lot of indecisions going on right here. This right here tells me that there's fighting going on. There's a tug of war going on between the buyers and the sellers. There's not a definite goal for either of them right now. Okay. This is what it's telling me. Going sideways like this, I don't want to touch this yet until I definitely see a definition. Okay, then once I go, let me take this out. Let me take these off real quick. I'm sorry. So once I look at the day for this, okay, number one, it is on in a downtrend, but it doesn't know what it wants to do yet. Okay, right here, you see how it's going sideways here, and boom, went down again. This is a sideways motion, and boom, it may go down, but we don't know yet. And I don't want to touch it. So I go back to the 4 hour and see what's going on. And again, the 4 hour too. There's a tug of war going on that I don't want to involve myself with right now. Okay, especially from right here and right here. All right, there's a tug of war going on. I don't even want to touch with AT&T. I might do a scalp, you know, but we'll go further on scalp later on. But I might do a scalp on this, but today I didn't want to touch anything because I saw the market in the downfall. My first thing that I do look at before anything, of course, is SPY. SPY would dictate the market. SPY and Dow Jones, they definitely dictate the market. So right here, I didn't even try to play SPY today because again, SPY, after this downtrend, SPY was trying to come up, but then it went sideways again. So I figured, you know what, let me stay out of it. Let me watch the market probably until, and I watched the market until like 1, 2 o'clock. And then when I saw the Facebook thing going on, and I saw the market, the entire market, and you can see it's still red even after hours, the entire market is red. I didn't want to do anything. Because if I do play a put, and what if another news come out saying, oh, FB decided to give Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg decided to give $50 billion away. My put would automatically be crushed because everyone will go into FB or everyone will go into whatever stock and buy it, and it will just basically crush my put because everything else will go up. So I didn't even want to play this yet because once that news happened, then I just sit back and wait. You know, I don't trade every day. You know, I do give out some calls if I see a potential, but personally, me, I don't really want to trade every day. It's not a meaningful thing to trade every day. You can sit back and watch. You can sit back and, you know, itemize a particular stock for the next day or for the next week. You can use that time to do so. I don't trade, like even today, the only call that I did call was 2 in the morning, pre-market, and NEO before closing. So all day I was just looking what's going on throughout the market, watching TV, running some errands and so forth. So I don't really trade every day. I don't want to lose because I don't want to lose money. You know, plain and simple. I don't want to.
So where do you go after the 4 hour?
After the 4 hour, let's say if this is a good play. After the 4 hour, I would just to double check, hit the 1 hour, see what the 1 hour is doing. And then if I want to enter a play, then I would look at the 30, between the 15 and the 30 minutes. Okay, I would look at the 30 minutes. All right, boom. This is a confirmation from the 1 hour that it's on an uptrend. Okay, so again, Heikin Ashi, you see those little the green spots around it? This is telling me that it's going on, it's still on a downtrend, but it's fighting its way up. Then I went to the 30 minutes, and sure enough, it is fighting its way up. This would be a nice telltale confirmation right here in the 30 minutes where I can enter right here for the next hour or so. Do a quick scalp for the next 5-10 minutes. Okay. So you always, before you go into a play, what I like you guys to do, always try to use confirmation, especially when, you know, we're day trading. Always try to use confirmation the best we can. It may not go our way all the time, but at least you want a 60 to 65 to 70% chance of winning. And how you do it, you wait. How you wait? Confirmation. Simple. Confirmation. And when I figure out the confirmation, yes, I do, like, let's go to Neo. Perfect example, the confirmation that I had with Neo. So all day I was looking at Neo. I was like, Jesus Christ. What's going on with Neo? What's going on with AMD? I mean, what's going on? And all day, you know.
Oh, AMD.
Yeah, AMD crushed me the other day too. I didn't.
Yes.
So this is today. Neo was just on a downtrend. So what I did personally around 2 o'clock, I set my support and levels. Oh man, I deleted it. So I was looking at the 4 hours. I was looking at the 4 hours. I was like, okay, there's volume coming in a little bit. You definitely have to watch the volume too. That's an indication. So a lot of volume come in, you knowing that it might be on either on an uptrend or a downtrend. Okay, so I was looking at the 4 hour. I saw this doji, so I saw this reversal. I'm like, man, it's still going to be on a downtrend. Okay, fine. So I'm looking at the hour. I went to the hour. I'm seeing the hour. What spot me with the hour was this sideways motion. I'm like, okay, what's going on here? I'm looking. I went on Neo, checked the website, checked, you know, see if any news. I even went on Twitter. This is a good thing too. You can go on Twitter, type in Neo, and you can see certain people talk about the particular stock that you're looking for. So I went on Twitter. I went on, you know, looked at news. I went on this section here where they have news for whatever stock that you have. Okay, nothing's going on. Okay, Neo reports 126. And this was before 4 o'clock. I saw this. I was like, oh, okay, wow. All right, so something's good is happening. Okay, this is what caught my eye right here. Something's good is happening. Okay, cool. Then I went to I think I went to the 15-minute first. I saw this. I saw what caught my eye too was the volume that came in. Right here around 3:30 or so, that's when I called the play. 3:25, 3:30, I called the play. I saw this volume coming. I was like, okay, I think this might be a definite reversal. Then one more thing I want to do for confirmation before anything, I looked at my MACD. I saw my MACD going up a little bit. Then what I saw was, okay, Neo is way, way, way oversold. Okay, way oversold, under the line. So this is giving me an indication, number one, with the news going on, and number two, this is oversold. There's going to be a pop within the next couple of days, hopefully by tomorrow or before Thursday. All right, then I saw it spike up again. I was like, you know what? My entry now, for my entry, when I'm ready to enter now, this is what I look at, 5 minutes. This is what I look at. To enter a trade, everybody write this down. To enter a trade, you look at the 5 minutes. I enter the trade here. I told you guys around here, I entered the trade, it spiked up. All right, and then I guess the last minute you guys were trying to go in, and then of course it went down just a tad bit. Okay, so what this is showing me right now, by tomorrow, after all, from, of course, you know, from 9:30 to 10:30, 11 o'clock, there's still going to be some sell-off. A lot of people still going to try to make their profit and so forth. Or even pre-market, you're still going to see either some buying or selling. Don't worry about that. What I want you to focus on at 9:30, when people have their options, they can either, if they had the options since last week, they're obviously they're losing some money because they probably went here, they probably went in here and continue to lose money. So they want to get out of it. Okay. So I'm thinking, all right, the volume is coming in. I looked at the 15-minute. I saw this big spike in volume. I was like, all right, it's time to enter. I looked at my 5-minute and I entered right here. And what you see right here. What is this here right here? I was just talking about.
Is that the
That's the
okay,
reversal.
is that the doji?
That's the
reversal, yeah.
That's the reversal doji, correct. Once I saw that, my next candlestick, I entered. And that's when I told you guys to enter. Then, of course, stupid sellers came in and start selling off. But I know for a fact, after more sell-off going on between 9:30 and 11 o'clock, you should see NEO go back up. Okay. The good thing with doing a debit spread is theta will not eat up your money. So even if you lose $5, $2, $3, you can still get out of it with whatever money. You know, let's say put $50 in there and it start going down, theta will not eat up your money. You can lose $5 and salvage $45 for next play. So $5, 2% or 1% of losing, which is ideal, you're still saving money. So this is why I want you guys to, I don't want anything else from you guys but to practice and do debit spreads. And we're going to go more over that within the next couple of sessions. But for me, 5 minutes, I saw this here. I was like, all right, I went in. I told you guys to go in here. When I saw that green, it was coming green, it was coming up. About halfway, I went in. And that's when I told you guys to go in. About 3:30, 3:45, right? 3:30, 3:45. Told you guys to go in. It went up a little bit, and of course, sellers came in. But hopefully tomorrow after 10:30, 11 o'clock, we should start seeing this bad boy spike up. So even if it goes down more, don't worry, theta will not eat up your money. You could probably lose, you know, $5, $6 or so forth. You can still take out whatever you put in. Okay, $5 or $6, that's not a problem. But if you would have went long here, and by tomorrow you put in, let's say $140, you know for a fact you're going to lose at least $20, $30 easily by tomorrow morning with just doing a long call. Okay, so I definitely I'm going to put this up in the room too as far as the dojis is concerned. So these are the couple of dojis that I like. Study these, and then this is what's called a spinning top. The spinning top is primarily like the doji, but it has a bigger body, a longer body, with a slightly longer wick. But these are indication, like I remember I told you, depending where it is positioned, it indicates the reversal. So if it's at the bottom and it's forming a spinning top and it's green, you know for a fact this is a reversal and it's on an uptrend. But if it's on the top, of course, after the uptrend, if this forms with the red body, all red wicker, of course, that's a reversal for a downtrend. So these two are the most common that you will see: the spinning top and these 4 sets of dojis. 5 top. There's really 5. This one here is really nothing. This is just indecision with the market. You know, this is like sideways going on. So you rarely see this. But these 4 here, you definitely will see. You definitely will see these: the gravestone doji, the dragonfly doji, the long-legged doji, and the standard doji. You will see those. And I can show you again right here on every movement.
And you said you're going to drop that in the box?
Yes, I'll drop that as a word. You can go ahead and download that if you need be. Okay, so you can see here spinning top, doji, reversal, doji. It was going up. That's the reversal telling you that went up. But then, of course, sellers came in a little bit. Then it continued to go up. Then the confirmation, this is the confirmation, the real confirmation doji. Okay, so that's the first one. This one here, the standard doji, that's what you see here. So it's going up, then that reversal happened and it went down. Then again, another doji, it was going down, a reversal, and what happened? It went up a little bit. Okay, so these will you, again, there's a doji here. So you're going to see those, these are the common patterns that you will see with the Heikin Ashis. Okay, you won't see all these other patterns going on, the hammer, the morning star, or this and so forth. You won't see those. You will see the common use of the spinning tops and the 4 common dojis with Heikin Ashi. And it's much easier. Why? Because it's a cleaner look, number one. Number two, it eliminates all these noises that you see here. It eliminates all this here, and it gives a clean look to your chart. A cleaner look to your chart. And what you can do also, and this is, it's so clean that you can definitely now set up your support and resistance much easier. So for this here, I can set up my support. I can see it right here. And we'll, next video, we're going to talk about more support and resistance. So even for support and resistance, I can see right here. If I set up, oh, excuse me. If I set up this support, it's telling me right here, this price line, that it bounced off these two, it bounced off 3 times off of this support. Then I can set up my resistance because of these 3. I can set up, let's say right here, and I'm showing that it bounced down from the resistance. So you can set up just like this, and for another confirmation, you can say, all right, if it bounce off here, you know for a fact it's going to go up. So this is what we're anticipating for it to happen before Friday. So this, what I want you to do here is set this up just like this. You can go back once I'm going to upload the video in a minute, but once you see this, set it up just like this. So you're going to set it up at 33.68 as the resistance and the support at 33.29. So what you're waiting for here, shoot, you know what? Excuse me. I'm at the 5 minutes. Actually, no, I don't want that because you're going to get confused.
I was just about to ask you, when you're doing your support and resistance, what time frame should you be on?
I usually do it. Yeah, I usually do it either with the 4 hour and the 1 hour. But this is good too. Still set it up as this. This is why I want to show you another thing too. What we want here in the 4 hours. So by 11 o'clock, remember there's pre-market that's going to be involved. People that bought NEO just the stock, regular stock only. They didn't get the option. So people bought stocks, let's say when it was so high, or when it was low, it was high, then it went back down, and people are going to sell off. So you want to see a slight sell-off tomorrow. So continue. This is a good training too. So continue with this. Continue with the price line from the 5 minutes. Okay. It's still showing that it may bounce off. So this is still what we're going to look at. We want this particular price to bounce upwards. Okay, so this is the 4 hour chart. I always do my charting, my support resistance on the 4 hours, but this is something different. This is why I want you to, I want to show you another thing too. So you still can do this, all right? Because there was, the 5 minute was for my entry. Let me go back here. So the 5 minute was for my entry. All right, then we can go back. We can still use this. Actually, we can still use this as far as support resistance to see within the next, I would say, hour after pre-market where NEO will head. And you still use that. And I will still maintain that support and resistance for the given fact that it can still bounce off that line, because that line, no matter what, even if it's a 5 minute, 1 hour, that line will still be at that 33.36. So even if it's a 4 hour, 1 hour, 1 day, that line, let me go to a day and show you. That line will still be, you see what I mean? It's still be there. So don't worry. I wouldn't say don't worry yet, but all I want you guys to analyze and to see and to follow is this bounce off. We want NEO to bounce off, even if it goes a little low pre-market, because of course you will see that sell off, because maybe people bought here and they saw their money dwindling, they saw their money diminishing, and they want to get out as soon as possible. Okay, they were hoping Monday, like for here, this is Friday. This is Friday's candlestick. As you can see, it had anticipation on going up. All the signs were there. Yes, it is a red candle. It was on a downtrend. There was at least 2 or 3 doji reversals. So people were seeing this, and all of a sudden, boom, what happened? It went down.
So if you were charting this on Friday, though, your support and resistance would be a lot higher.
Yeah, my support and resistance would have been here. Yeah, my support would have been here. My resistance would have been the higher high. This was the last higher high. Now, support and resistance, with support and resistance, you have to follow 2 or 3 rules. 2 rules. You have to find the lower low and for that support, and for the resistance, you have to find the higher high. Okay, so if this was Friday, so let's eliminate this red candle here. If I was looking at that's Friday, I would say, hey, all right, Monday, this looks green. Reason being, it had that reversal going on. Actually, it was around three reversals right here. 3 reversals indicating, and you can see the red body, green wick. This right here, green wick all around. Even with that small green body, it had that green wick, meaning that the buyers was coming in. Then all of a sudden, the sellers came in just a little bit. And at the end, it was a tug of war. And I can show you that right here. Let's go back to the regular candlesticks. You see? At the end, it was a tug of war. It was buying, selling, buying, selling, buying, selling. Okay? So the Heikin Ashi eliminated all this. You see these 5, 6 candlesticks? The Heikin Ashi smoothed it out for you, showing you the indication of that reversal. It was going to happen. But of course, what happened today? Bad news with Facebook and other news, and it went down just like that. So if I would have told you guys, which would have been right, even Eldora, even with you, if you would have charted this right, say, hey, I'm looking at a positive green day, Monday, we would wait again, of course, remember, we would wait for that next candlestick to be whatever we want. So if we're looking at a green day, this had to be green to go into a play. All right. So before anything, of course, we would go back to the 15, 30 minute to verify that it will be a green day. And of course, it was looking like it was going to be a green day. It went down just a tad bit. It was trying to go up, but sellers came in. Sellers came in. And today, of course, bad, the news with Facebook or whatever happened again, and it went down. Even with NEO having this good news of the 26% increase in deliveries. This would have set it off. This would have went up. But with any stupid news, I have like, why one stock has a freaking revelation over hundreds of other stocks? It's crazy. It's crazy, but of course with Facebook, it's part of the S&P 5. It's part of the big movers. So even if Facebook go down, you're going to see everything else go down. Okay, I believe Facebook is I think is the Dow Jones. No, Facebook is with the SPY. Facebook is with SPY. So those are big movers. Those are tens of millions of shares move daily. So one stock go down, everything else will follow. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. So even if you contacted me and say, hey, Gabe, I see a good, I'm looking at the 4 hour, remember 4 hour swings and day trades. So you say, hey, I'm looking at the 4 hour, or if you went back to the, let me move here. We went back to, let's say, the hour, saying, hey, I'm looking for a positive uptrend. Everything is looking good for it. I see some reversal signs. You know, we're going to play this. I'm like, okay, cool. You showed me everything that I needed to see. You know, I would go back and double check everything. Okay, I see some type of reversal going on. It's looking like it wants to move up. Okay, it's looking like some sellers is coming in. Again, we have to look at the volume also. Don't forget that, guys. You have to look at the volume. Excuse me. What am I doing? I have to look at the volume. So I'm like, all right, look at the day. All right, before this here, I'm like, all right, we can go into a particular a long call with this, either a long call or a debit spread, just to save us some money, depending, because again, holding, and which I don't like to do, holding particular options overnight or over the weekend, anything can happen, like today. You know, just like that, with the matter of minutes, it went down. So even if you told me, hey, Gabe, Friday, with this, I'm like, all right, we're going to play it Monday. Definitely. I have no questions about it, because I saw what you was looking at. Okay, you showed me all the signs. You showed me everything that a particular trader would look for within the particular time frame. You show me, hey, the day looks good. You know, I looked at the 15-minute, and I'm showing that it is going on an uptrend. I see this little curve. I see the volume going up. Let's go ahead and go for it. I'm like, all right, let's do it. But then things happen. Just like that, things happen. And it was going up too. I see October 1st, everything was going up. Everything was going up. It went down just a tad bit on October 1st, and then boom, today, just continue to go down after the news. Just like that. Just like that. Okay, so let me cut it short here, but again, number one, everyone, please, let's see if we can get a trading view set up. Let's see if we can get the of course, set up with the doji. Well, I'm sorry, with the Heikin Ashi. Set that up. We're going to go over it more, of course. If you have any other questions, definitely. One of the other things too, before I go, that I trade with, of course, is my EMAs. I incorporate my EMAs with that, okay? Because the EMAs, now remember, the doji is not a price action type candlestick, okay? It's just basically showing the trend, okay? It can depict how long you want to stay in that particular play, versus if you see some spikes down or spike up, no, it will smooth everything out for you and show you, hey, stay a little longer, or cut your losses and get out the play because of the reversal. So that's the good thing that I love about the Heikin Ashi. Now, when it comes to the EMAs is concerned, what I want you guys to put in, the first two EMAs is the 18 and 21. We'll go over this. This is the long plays, but we'll go over the short daily and swing plays with the 8 and 20 EMAs. Of course, with any EMA, I don't matter if you do a 9, a 10, 15, 21 EMA, 30 EMA, wherever the direction is, it has to be either below or above those EMAs. That's just a simple rule. So right now, with the 8 and 21, my 8 and 21 are the yellow and the orange. It's way above that. way below that. So I know for a fact it is on a downtrend. I'm looking at the 15-minute. Let me go back to the 4. I'm sorry. So it's way below under here. So yes, it is on a downtrend, but I did see for a day or two a positive uptrend because of the recent news that NIO had. So we was going to play that and get on, because if this next candle is green and it's above the 8, it's still a good sign for an uptrend. So that is what I was anticipating. So let's go back to the day. If this here, now you see for the day, it's creeping up. It creeped up all the way. It was going over the 21. It was creeping up, but the sellers brought it down. So I was anticipating on this candle, this whole candle to be above the 8 and the 21. If it stood here, then we would have had a great shot for the next 2 or 3 days to make money. Okay, so that's why I didn't give you guys a long call. I gave you guys the debit spread, number 1, to show you how to use the debit spread, which we're going to go over it more, and number 2, to show you how debit spread could save a play by reducing your impact on your theta, how theta is obsolete with these spread plays, how you can salvage whatever money that you have just in case it goes the wrong way. But since I saw some indications of this bad boy will go up after tomorrow. Now remember, we're praying tomorrow there's no bad news. That's the number 1 thing that we're going to pray tomorrow, that there's no bad news. And if there's no bad news, I anticipate this bad boy going up at least for the next day or 2. And if it continues to go up and stay above the 8 and 21, it will continue on an uptrend. So that is what we're going to look for the next for tomorrow and for Wednesday. Okay, so I'm definitely going to throw some homework in there and you know, question you guys and see where you guys at. But please, let's focus on the Heikin Ashi. Let's focus on the EMA, the 8 and 21 EMA. On your trading view, or even with whatever you have now, go ahead and set that 35.09 resistance, and that support of 30, what was it, 33.27 or 28? I think it's 27. Hold on, give me 1 second.
21.
Yeah, 21. Yeah, 33.21.
33.21.
All right, so I want you to set those up just for now. Okay, and let's see if it bounces off here tomorrow for a good uptrend, at least by 11, 12 o'clock.
Okay.
All right, so I will, go ahead.
No, I said sounds good.
All right.
Yeah.
So I will post the video, and I will post this here as far as the spinning top is concerned and what to look for with the Heikin Ashi. All right, so which again, what I love about it, smooths out everything, and you don't have to worry about, because you know there's at least 52 patterns out there. More, I think about 60 or 70 patterns. And for you to remember all this, it will take some time. Even for me, it will take some time. So the good thing with the Heikin Ashi, it eliminates that. It smooths out your chart, and you can just focus on 5 or 6 patterns. The doji, the 4 dojis, and the 2 spinning tops, because those are the most common with Heikin Ashi. And that is it. And then after that, we're going to play around with the support and resistance, how to spot that support and resistance just by looking at it. And that's what I want you guys to, we're going to go over a lot this week. And I'm just going to post some charts out there so you guys can tell me exactly, hey, where is the support and resistance? How can I find the support and resistance? Okay, you can see the support and resistance here. You can do just the vertical way, or you can do, this is another support and resistance. This here.
And that's on the 1 year? You're doing the 1 year chart?
1 day.
No, at the bottom, like what time span is that? You know how it has 1 day, 5 day, 1 month?
Oh,
yeah, at the bottom.
This here, I don't even focus on that. I think it's the 1 day. I believe
Oh,
this is the 1 day. Yeah, it is the 1 day. I don't 1 day, 1 minute, 1 day, 1 day. Yeah, I focus on the 1 day. I don't even really touch this because this is probably done automatic for me. I think I set it automatic
okay,
for 1 day. The only
gotcha.
thing that I switch is here because it's much easier. Okay.
Okay, gotcha.
So like for the 1 day, you can spot the pattern. Even any time frame, you can spot a pattern just by looking at it. So I can show you.
Okay.
I can show you 3 patterns right now, real quick. Matter of fact, somebody give me a ticker,
Apple.
another one because I know Apple too. Give me something else. Some dollar or any other stock.
Bank of America.
Okay. Bank of America. Bank of America. There's 2 patterns that I see so far. Number 1, it was definitely on an uptrend.
Yeah, this morning.
That's 1. Okay. So you would line up. This is a support resistance right here because it's been trying to bounce off this resistance and going down. And it bounced off the support and when it went up. So this is the level that you're seeing right now. It is continuing a higher high and a higher low. That's another higher high, and this is a higher low. Reason being because, of course, it's higher than the previous low. So that's why it's called a higher low. And then a higher high, it's previous than the previous higher high. So this is a new higher high. So that's how you got to think of things sometimes. All right, so that's 1. Then I'm showing it's kind of like a flag pattern where it's right here and another one right here. So this here before, this is the day chart. So a few days last week, this was a flag pattern. So this was bouncing off here. This is a higher high. Then it formed another higher high. This was the lower high, I'm sorry. No, lower low, and it formed another lower low. Now this is considered a higher low because of course it's higher from the previous low. Okay, so this is how you set up a support and resistance. And what happened was even before this, what we were looking for a breakthrough, either break this support or break this resistance. So unfortunately, of course, obviously, when did it break the resistance? The full candle went over September 27th. So September 27th was what, last week? Yeah, last week. Yeah, so last Monday, it broke the resistance and it continued on an uptrend. So that's a good thing. So you would have got into a call after it broke this resistance. And what happened was my EMAs, it's all above the EMAs. So what that indication is, an uptrend. So there's all indications for you right here in this particular chart that I just saw, just by looking at it. All right. And if you want more confirmation, you use your indicators. I'm showing my indicators here, especially with the RSI. And if you look at the RSI from here, it really tallies up to where that spike went. So it started here. And then what you see that little nice dip on the RSI? It's showing it right here too. So with my Heikin Ashi up, what I'm showing here, it was trying to do a reversal because the full body, as you can see, was green and then it was red. So it was looking for a reversal. But then what happened, buyers stepped in today. Wow, okay. Buyers stepped in today and spiked that bad boy up. So this is, for my sake, before anything, I would go to the 4-hour to see what's going on. Okay, it's still in an uptrend. That little spike, that little confirmation, remember that doji before in the day? This is what it was. Okay, people were trying to sell and it went back up. So let's go back to the day. And it shows you here with that doji. Okay, people are trying to sell, but then that green indicates that it's going up. So here, went to the 4 hours. That right there is this right here. So it eliminates, you see how the Heikin Ashi eliminated all that noise? So now you can see the particular pattern or the particular stock more clearly now. So I'm showing that, okay, yeah, it's going sideways. There was a couple of buyers, I'm sorry, a couple of sellers, they were selling throughout the day. I see the volume. You see the selling volume? Look at here. The selling volume here was like 630, 1.5 million. But then, boom, the buyers start coming in. You see the volume go up. See the volume go up. That's beautiful. Now, when I want to enter, let's go to the 5 minute and see where I can enter. So the 5 minute tomorrow, let's say I want to enter this tomorrow, I would wait. It's doing a slight dip right now. So I would wait for the dip. I would look for reversal to go back up. So now if it goes down, I'm looking either for a doji or a spinning top to be green. But after that, I won't go in until the next candlestick is green. That'll be a final confirmation. Okay, but if you want some more, just in case you want some more confirmation, then you go to your MACDs or RSI and see where it's at on the 4-hour chart. The 4-hour chart show me it may go down just a tad bit, but it may definitely go up. It's a little bit oversold a little bit, but my MACD is showing me that in the 4-hour time frame that is going up. So that 4 hours is telling me the next 4 hours, I can make the next 4 hours, I'm sorry, the next 8 to 16 hours, I can make some money.
So why do you say the MACD is showing you that it's going up? It just seems like it's sideways.
The MACD, remember the golden cross. Remember with the MACD to tell you exactly, because a lot of people trade off the MACD alone. Okay, so the MACD.
Aren't we looking at the part on the end there?
Here, yeah.
To the right.
I'm looking at this, plus I'm looking at this, because it's red, but it's turning pink now. Now every time it goes pink, 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 your next color is green.
Okay.
Remember that the next color is green. That's it, everyone. So that golden cross, it will turn green. Every golden cross, even right here, that golden cross, it turned green. Golden cross, it turned green. Green, golden cross. So now I'm showing that it's fading away. So even if it's not the next bar, at least the second bar will be green because it's gearing up for that golden cross.
Okay.
On the 4 hours. So I look at that, it's like, all right, this is prepping up. So by 11, 12 o'clock, if I see this bad boy moving up, then I go in too. So this is, another confirmation that I use. I don't use the indicators entirely as a sole indicator. Of course, I use my expertise on how to read the chart first before anything else, because you have to be right. You want to be right first. You know how you're right, and you ask people, you know what? Hey, what is blah, 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 blah? It's like, yeah, you know what? I knew it, girl. Yeah, that was right. So that's how I want you guys to operate. I want you guys to know the chart, know what to look for, know how to read it, especially now with the Heikin Ashi, know how to read it, know how to read the EMAs, the 8 and the 21. Know if it's on an uptrend, it has to be above a certain level. Okay, now the 8 and 21 will be coded for. You can code the bars how you like. So if you want like for me, you see these 4 colors here. I know for a fact the 8 is the 8 is the red, the 21 is the orange, the 50 is the blue, and the 50 is the light blue, and the 200 is the dark blue. So I know what I'm focusing on right now for a day trade or a swing trade for the next day or two. I will be focusing on the 8 and 21, which is these 2 here bars. These bad boys are above it. Perfect. So now I know it's Bank of America is on an uptrend. All right. I know for a fact it's going to come up, but then again, you want confirmation, slight confirmation. You look at the RSI, maybe you look at the MACD, maybe to see if it's ready for a golden cross. So you have all these confirmations going with you. So you know for a fact, hey, I'm going to enter a trade. When you want to enter a trade, you go back to the 15-minute, like I explained. Let me get out of here. Go back to the 5-minute. Come on, 5-minute. So I would go. Who asked me that? That was Jessica, right? I think it was Jess. Okay, so Jess, for you, okay, so what I would do is I would wait until a confirmation. The confirmation will be a doji or reversal signal followed by a green candlestick. Okay, now here's a pointer. Here's another thing I want you to know too. The candlestick, the bottom of the candlestick has to be, it needs not have a wick around it. It has to have one wick, which is at the top, but nothing at the bottom. So that's a tip. That's a tip. Even for if it's going down, it has to have a solid bottom or top, and it can have a wick at the bottom or top. That is a full directional candlestick. Because of course, with these, the buyers and sellers are playing around. They don't know if they want to buy, if they want to sell, if they want to buy, if they want to sell. So they're playing around. So it has to be a full candlestick. Don't worry about engulfing, none of that. You don't have to worry about engulfing candles or blah, blah, blah. It has to be a full candlestick. Okay, so if, again, you want this to be on an uptrend. So you want this to be on an uptrend. So you're looking for a full candlestick just like this to come up, and it has to be above the 8 and 21. All right, so tomorrow, remind me, because I'm probably gonna forget, but remind me so we can watch, all 4 of us watch this together and see what the outcome is.
Okay, no problem.
All right.
Makes sense.
All right, so that's it for today. I'm going to put some more training materials for you guys for the next training class. I hope you guys learned some good stuff. It is very helpful. Now you know for a fact how to eliminate, from going on now, to eliminate all the noise, all the clutter. And I want you to eliminate the FOMO, fear of missing out. And a lot of people want to exit a trade because they don't know which direction it's going. Remember, with the candlestick, all this shit's going on. You don't know, oh, damn, should I exit? Should I enter? You know, all this clutter is going on. Well, with the Heikin Ashi, it's simple for you. It gives you 2 directions, either up or down, simple. Or, of course, sideways sometimes, but it gives you 2 directions, either up or down. If you get that full bar with 1 wick, that is the 100% direction that the candlestick is going. If you get all this, of course, it's playing around. You know, the buyers, this is going sideways. All of this shit, you see this? All this is going sideways because buyers and sellers are in a tug of war. They don't know what's going on. See this? All this here. Now you can count probably what? 1, 2, 3, 4. You can count, let's say 40 or 50 candlesticks. And then with the Heikin Ashi, you can add, you know, half of that, because it eliminates all that. It bunched up into one. The algorithm is set for you. The only thing you have to do is learn how to read them. All right. So unfortunately, Eldor, you're probably gonna have to switch to trading view, if anything, if push come to shove, because I want you to have a clean slate. I want you to go to clean slate, and I want you to actually read those candlesticks, how those candlesticks turn green or red.
Okay.
So, you know, probably just gonna have to, you know, change it up just a tad bit until you familiarize yourself with the Heikin Ashi, and you're probably gonna have to YouTube for your platform to see if you can change the colors.
Okay.
Okay, so that might save you too. So you probably have, want to do that tonight, just to YouTube it and see if they have any type of tutorials on how to change the dimensions of Heikin Ashi. Because
Okay.
with Heikin Ashi, I don't think you can. Let me see. Can you change right here? I cannot change. Let me see. Can I change Heikin Ashi? I think I could change the color. Probably. Okay. Let me see. Settings. The symbol, body, borders, and wick. Yeah, so you can probably change the body and the borders and wick. You probably change it how you want. Okay.
Okay.
Want the body to be.
I think it's your last price line. I see it can be either red or green.
Right. So that'd be the borders.
It's Peppa finish. Oh, sorry, I was talking to my kids. Sorry.
But yeah, just.
But I'll Google it. But I'm gonna switch over to Trading View anyway. I like Thinkorswim. It does a lot, but it's a little bit too encumbered. It's just like it's a lot. It's too much.
Oh yeah, it is. Even with, oh my God, did I tell you guys about Tastyworks? Where's Tasty?
I don't know. I never used that one.
Tastyworks. Oh my gosh. Let me show you guys Tastyworks real quick. Let me see if I can. Let me show you Tastyworks. You guys will freak the hell out. First of all, it takes forever to load. And this is it.
It kind of looks like Weeble almost a little bit.
Yeah, remember I said it looks like Weeble, but 10 times worse. Yes. So you have to configure, and everything is different. Everything, you have to do this, you have to go here, you have to go here, just like Weeble, but then there's some parameters that you have to click on to get to. So for instance, let's say crypto, if you don't want to see crypto, you got to off click it or something like that. And there's grids and there's active and there's curves that I'm still learning. I'm like, oh, what did I get myself into? So like for instance, just simple options is crazy. You have to do all this, and then some more information will come out here.
No.
Yeah, some more information. Yeah, see, so it'll tell me my profit or my loss. Let me see if I want to eliminate one leg. Oh no, see, you got to do this, then you got and this. So it will tell you my loss, and it's crazy. It will tell you the theta, but it's crazy, and I'm still learning how to use this. Still, but the good thing is it'll have everything for you as far as options is concerned. If you want to do a long vertical or strangle, short, long, you can set up like that or a call. But then when you're ready to go into it, that's the hard part. So, see how it's set, it kind of sets it up automatically for you a little bit, but then it'll show you your max profit, your max loss, which you don't want, which you could probably like move up, and it'll give you some other stuff too. So it's crazy, and I'm still learning this shit. And then the curve, it'll tell you, your max, I don't know. This here will tell you the curve for 7 days, what's gonna be. Active, I don't know what's going on here. I still gotta learn this. Grid, I still gotta learn this. This is for crypto that I'm learning. So it doesn't really give you the chart like I wanted, which I probably have to try to set up. But it's crazy. I don't know what I got myself into. But yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah, if you're not an experienced trader or just know exactly what to look for just by looking at certain things, don't even bother with Tasty Trade, because it is crazy. It is crazy. But yeah, let's stick to Trading View. Let's stick to Trading View. Let's stick to what we know, and we're going to master this. I'm going to have you guys master this. So it's going to be more Zoom calls, probably 2 or 3 Zoom calls per week. I don't want to do this 1 month thing or every other week and so forth. No, I want this to be at least 2 or 3 times a week. So get ready for that. Get ready to hear my mouth. Get ready to see my ugly face every day. All right, so we're going to hammer this. I want you guys, I know some of you guys, you know, are frustrated right now with losing and so forth by different calls being called out, but I don't want none of you guys to focus on anything but Heikin Ashi and your 5, remember your 5 or 6 tickers.
Okay.
All right, or even whatever. If you have a list like this, that's fine too, because you can easily go into each of them and see what's going on. Just go ahead and hit the day, and if you like a stock, and that's what I do too sometimes, I hit the day. I just go through it, and if I like a stock that I think I might make some money, I'll go ahead and get into it real quick. Like ZOM, oh my gosh, I missed today. I did not look this, I missed today. Look what happened for the past couple of days. And I think for the next couple of days, it's going to go up too. Yep. So look out for ZOM. ExxonMobil.
No problem.
We might play this tomorrow too, probably a day trade real quick. Because ZOM, there's no sign of a reversal. The only reversal, now remember when I said that there's one doji that was rare?
Yes,
This
the
is,
red one.
this is it right here. That's that rare doji. That's that price doji. This one here, it was fighting to go up or down. It didn't know where it wanted to go. So that's that doji right there. You will rarely see that. Rarely see that. But then, of course, the next doji, it was kind of like a confirmation, and it went up, and it's over the 20, 21, and the 8. So this is a good setup for at least a day or two for ZOM. So put that on your list. All right, now let me see the hour just in case. Okay, the hour is still on an uptrend. So we're going to wait till after 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock and see where it's at too. So well, I want to do that. Glenda, I want you to look at this tomorrow. So our price target to go into a trade, we wanted to go, if it can pass 62.06, which is the 52-week high, if it passes this tomorrow, it's shooting up for the stars. So we can go into this. All right.
You said 62.06?
Yeah. So set an alert for 62.10.
62.10.
Yeah, set an alert for 62.10. If it surpasses that, that's going up. Reason being, of course, even with the hour, there was a lot of volume the last hour. For the whole day, let's see the volume. Woo, 33 million. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's sweet. That's sweet. All right, so let's look at ZOM to go in tomorrow too, at opening.
10.
All right, because today was nasty, man. Look, all my, see this is why I didn't go into anything because of this. All this, I looked at this and I was like, nah, I'm good. So and this right here would be a clear indication. I want you guys definitely to have SPY on that list. I want you to have UVXY on that list. I want you to have QQQ on that list. Why? Because those are the market makers. If QQQ or SPY is up, what happens? Everything else go up. So you don't even have to look at any other stock but SPY and QQQ to see the market for that day at around 9:30, 10 o'clock. Okay, so if you don't want to waste time on looking at different stocks to see what's going on, just look at SPY and QQQ. And then look at the Dow Jones, look at that, and you can tell, nope, I'm good. So, but then of course, out of that, you're going to have some good ones like the The Exxon, which I missed. I don't know why I didn't look at this, but the Exxon did good. Nike, I don't even want to touch Nike because Nike, I lost so much money on that earnings. Oh my gosh. Lowe's, okay. But yeah, let's focus on ZOM tomorrow. All right, guys.
All right, sounds good.
All right, thank you. Thank you for joining.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's rock
Enjoy
and
your
roll.
game.
Let's rock and
Have a
roll.
good night.
All right, bye, y'all.
All right.
Bye.
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 Good night.